Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 61st episode of New Brew. Tonight on panel, we have Alex, the Beer Master.
What is up, everybody? Appreciate you. Cheers.
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Yo.
East Coast LQ Reviews.
Cheers.
And myself, Bumpy Road. We have nobody in the chat as of right now, but we do have two eyeballs on us, which they're probably right here in the chat.
Four eyeballs
as well. But cheers to Dio. There he is. Okay. Hope you're doing okay. Hopefully you don't lose your leg.
Yeah, let's not joke about that. Hoping he don't.
But let's just jump right into this. Let's bring Alex up to show us what beer he is bringing to New Brew.
He's a tough old buzzard. I ain't gonna take
All right. Well, today, as you know, me and Bumpy still need to go to this brewery. It is called Dr. Brew Little, and it's one hop this time, and it is a Pilsner with Citra hops. And it's a dog. You know, obviously we all know that.
Dio, look, it's a dog.
Yeah, the dog.
Oh, you're giving him PTSD.
So let's pour this up. Let's
Left
see what
foot
it
right,
smells
left
like.
foot right stomp. Right foot left stomp. Hey Alex,
Yeah,
cha real smooth.
cha. I hope it does. I hope it is real smooth. Let's find out. Let's pour this up, shall we? Well, I think what they mean, Citra hops, I think it's similar to Stella. Good stuff. Obviously, totally different than Stella, though. Let's make that clear. But it looks like a different. It looks like a nice, clear. The bubbles are going up. It's a nice carbonation. It is a 2-finger head. Nice looking, clear, delicious beer, I'll tell you. Kind of, when I look at my screen here, it kind of looks like a reddish color, but when I'm looking at it now, to me, it looks like, clear. So let's see what it smells like, shall we?
Cheers.
Cheers. Nosers.
That smells dank. Smells a little bit of fruitiness. I think that's what that is, Citra. It smells like I think what I'm thinking here. It smells like it's that yellow fruit. It smells. It's
like a lemon?
No.
A banana?
It smells like a mango.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get. Sorry about that. It smells like a mango. Maybe my nose is funny. I don't know, but it smells like a mango. I don't know why. But it does. And then obviously it smells a little dank. But let's get into it. Let's see what it tastes like. See if it's delicious. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Well, the nose is very deceiving. It smells like a mango, but obviously it's not a mango. It just, I don't know why I had that smell. Maybe I was wishing it was mango. We know it's not. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. We get those days. The mouthfeel is very nice, very soft, very not creamy. Very pillowy. I guess I could say a little bit creaminess, even though it's not a creamy beer. But it has that nice, pillowy, crisp, fresh beer. There is a little bit of bitterness at the back end, so it's not too bad. So I would definitely get this again. Again, it's a very delicious beer, and it's very refreshing, actually. This would be a good summer beer to drink on a hot day.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying this. I really like the citrus beers. They're very delicious. What I don't like is that they're dry in the back end, but I will always drink them because they have great juiciness occasionally, and they have a lot of flavor every time. Yeah, that mouthfeel is really, really kicking ass. That is really delicious. Yeah, please, if you can get this, what's up there, Legendary Paul? Appreciate you. If you can get this beer, I highly recommend it. But you'll have to be in my town. Hoping again, BuMpY comes by soon in the future. We'll do this because that's my plan anyway. I said to BuMpY we will do that. Go back to that brewery because when we went there, it was not open yet, but we were able to go in there and check it out. So I'm really looking forward to possibly doing that with you, BuMpY, sometime in the future. Do yourself a favor. No driving. I think it's best if you fly next time.
That would take even longer driving to an airport and then waiting around. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't do that excuse stuff now, BuMpY. You're ball busting now.
No.
But you have to go on a day that's not crazy on the airport. That's the issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy. But make sure it's not on obviously, we know you're not coming on a holiday, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna shut up.
It took about 5 days.
What?
Got him.
5 days. I finally killed that little black bug.
But no, I'm hoping one day we'll do that. We'll talk about it sometime in the future. This beer's good. I'll give you a rating and stuff like that next time around. I'm shut up now. Cheers. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Miscellaneous. If you want to poke Alex, we'll move you in.
Oh my God.
And welcome to Beer Man and Josh.
Cheers.
Legendary Josh, Legendary Beer Man.
So I've got a Sierra Nevada product here. I don't drink a lot of this stuff, but it said limited release. It had good dates on it. The can date actually matches the box date of 1/10/23. I guess that's a Best Buy, but that's way too long. Or no, that's brewed on 1/10. Never mind. Anyway, so I've got their juicy little thing IPA, but it's their hazy cut of it, 6.5%. Yeah. Fuck it, let's try it. I haven't had it. It's moderately priced. I think I paid like $8.40 for a 6-pack.
Nice. I think I've had that one.
I knew this product was there at that store, and I didn't feel like going to Total Wine, but yeah, that's a pretty good looking hazy from them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of impressed. 2-finger, it's a little soapy, sudsy looking. Yeah, definitely opaque. Probably, yeah, it casts shadows through it, but yeah, looks pretty damn good. Anyways.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Smells
Those
nice.
It's got light notes of pine, some melon. I wouldn't say overly tropical. There's citrus kick, melon, maybe just a pinch of grapefruit. That could be the pine coming in on that, the hoppiness. 6.5 smells the part. Nothing too fancy, but doesn't smell bad. Looks drinkable. Let's try it out. Cheers, boy.
Please be delicious.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
It's got a hefty body for 6.5. I would say medium pushing medium full. Say carbonation's medium, slight spritziness to it. I'm sure that'll die out longer that you drink on it. Pine, definitely getting a nice, clean, earthy pine. Light citrus notes. It's a little floral. I don't know if I could put my finger on exactly what it is, but it's balanced. I mean, there's a little sweetness. It doesn't really finish dry.
Mm.
Yeah, malty biscuity up front. This is pretty fucking good. Like I'm genuinely surprised. I'm glad that I picked this up. So yeah, that's where I'm at, man. It's not bad.
Mm.
I still haven't got mine, Bumpy, but we'll figure it out. Hope his demise is coming soon.
What?
My bug just flew through and I tried to grab it.
Good luck to you.
Andrew, you're bad. Keep it up.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
All right, Tanner.
That's Jay Tanner.
Hello. Hold on. All right. So, place down the street from me, we're getting a lot of New Hampshire stuff. Kettlehead Modest Man just showed up recently. God Loves Ugly was the Modest Man one. But I'm waiting for them to throw some singles in the cooler. They had this one in the single fridge today. This is Kettlehead Brewing Company. This is their Moon Rover double IPA. I did go on the Kettlehead website, and I believe it's brewed with All Galaxy.
Nice.
Double IPA, clocking in at 8% alcohol by volume. Brewed and packaged at Kettlehead Brewing Co. LLC, Tilton, New Hampshire. The date is a little weird. It says to the blank and blank, but it says 119. But like I said, these are fairly new, so that's about a month old. February 20th today. But yeah, you can't really see the 23 on the end. It's very smudged. I don't know how that happened, but I usually try to grab the one with the best date, and this one had the best date on it. So pour it up. What was the last thing I had? Oh, that dinosaur swimming in the sky or something like that. That was pretty good. Get my Tilted Barn hop glass here.
Yeah. Looks delicious, Jay Tanner.
All right. So it's kind of got that lemony look to it. Hazy, I'd say straw color. Hazy straw color. It looks a lot brighter on camera. Poured a really nice head too. About a two finger head on top. Very sudsy, foamy, holding some good retention. Looks very fluffy and silky on top. Tight knit bubbles on the side. Yeah, looks good. There's actually a decent amount of sediment floating around in there. Pretty much no clarity through it at all. Nice, intensely hop forward looking brew. Nose. It's very dank. It actually kind of has that like it's very weird. It's kind of got that like oniony, herbal, herbaceous thing that Beer Man talks about sometimes. Yeah, very vegetal. Some melon, citrus. Other than the very green herbal notes, it's not too fruity and tropical on the nose. A little bit of breadiness, sweetness. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I mean, you got to get past that ginormous head on top too. But yeah, melon, citrusy. Not bad. It's not jumping out of the glass though. So, try this one out. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Please be delicious. Cheers.
Cheers.
And creamy.
Getting a lot of sweetness from the malts. Caramel malts, like very noticeable. Caramel malt, mango. The flavor of this beer is actually kind of deceiving considering the look. You would think it would be a little bit more brighter and a lighter New England IPA. It actually has like very like ripe and dark, dank fruits, if that makes any kind of sense. Pineapple, Yeah, caramel. Lots of caramel malt for some reason. You think it would be darker? Biscuity, bready. There's a little bit of a hot burn. Getting a little bit of hot burn on the back end. Kind of getting a little bit of that like bubblegum note. Grapefruit, lemon. It has a very silky smooth mouthfeel. Kind of lighter carbonation. It's got a good body to it, but it's not wowing me, to be completely honest. Definitely a little bit sweeter on the malty side. Yeah, melon, citrusy. I don't know. It's not. I'm not really super ecstatic about this beer. It's not bad. No off flavors, but it's definitely more of your sweeter New England IPA with the caramel malt. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to sit on this and sip on it a little bit more. It's kind of hard to actually pick out the initial flavor. I can tell you pretty much on the back end. Like I said, it's like melon with that sweetness from the caramel malt and the citrusy aspect, and a little bit of pineapple. But it's kind of hard to pick up that initial upfront flavor. It's not as juicy as I would expect. But overall, solid beer. It was like $5 for this can. It's a little spendy. But yeah, next time around or whenever we get back to it, I'll have some more notes. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you, Tanner. All right. Now on to Beer Man.
What's up there? Let's say beer man.
Hey, cheers. All right.
Cheers.
Well, this is a company that I have never heard of. They're out of Portland, called Hetty Alice Beers. It's a Poof Hazy IPA, 6.9%. It's in commemoration of their grandma or something. I don't know what she said. That's her name, Hetty Alice. Okay. Yeah. So open it. It's 2/2/23, so fairly fresh, 3 weeks old. I had it upside down just in case it was it's just a hazy.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Yeah, it kind of looks
Tasty.
like way it's poured. It's kind of puree like.
Yeah, it's got a kind of a thickness, like milkshake kind of thickness to it. It's definitely hazy. Can't see through that son of a bitch. Smell it. About a finger hit. It smells good. That's very hoppy. Super hoppy. A little piney, hoppy, pineapple, grapefruit, danky. Very very pineapple, orange, tangerine. Super resinous with hop resinous. Lupulin. A little vanilla, marshmallow vanilla kind of sweetness in there.
Nice.
Oh, that smells fantastic. Silky head, Portafinger head, lacings already starting to kind of get on the side there. Medium rising bubble. It is kind of like it has puree in it or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see. They said it's real fluffy, so we'll find out. Cheers. Let's drink it.
Please
Cheers.
be delicious. Cheers.
Good.
Cheers, dude.
Medium body, medium light. It's dry, but with a medium body. It's just very dry, almost like brewed IPA dry. It does have hallertau in it, and some other interesting hops. Forgot what it said. Oh, what is it? It has got Nelson Sauvins, what I was talking about, and Hallertau Blanc and Citra. So, very dry feeling in all around the mouth, but you're getting more aromatics than you are flavor, but you're still getting the same kind of flavor profiles as the aromatics, with that kind of piney, grapefruit, orange, tangerine, maybe a little pineapple. It's a bit sizzly on the tongue and the mouthfeel, kind of sizzly, kind of shimmery all over the mouth, like like electric. It is fluffy. It's soft. It's not. It's creamy, but it's soft. It's soft. It's yeah, sizzly and soft. The flavors aren't really there as much. It's really drying off, like that of a white grape or something like that. It's really got that brute dryness. So I kind of wish it didn't dry off so much. I wish there was more flavor, more sweetness. It makes it a little more watery tasting, drier. So kind of like a sour orange, like a sour, not like an unripe orange or an unripe grapefruit or something like that. It's not really picking up the sweetness so much, but not bad. It's drinkable.
Or,
That's all I
yeah.
got. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, beer man. So that brings in
Let's drink Josh.
last year.
What's going on? So tonight I also have a product from Oregon, out of Ashland, Oregon. This is called When Doves Cryo Hazy Mosaic IPA.
Oh, Caldera. Nice.
Caldera Brewing. 6.9% ABV. No can on date or anything. Some word, but I don't see any numbers or anything like a can on date. Yeah, I've seen this company before, but I never picked anything up on them. I seen them years ago, and then they disappeared, and then they came back. So it's like, oh, I'll give this one a shot. So on their website, it's got 85 IBUs, SRM is 17. It says unfiltered hazy IPA brewed with rolled oats and whole flower mosaic hops, as well as cryogenically frozen mosaic hops, creating a hop product that is pure hop lupulin without a vegetative matter. For sure, one of our most popular brews. So, yeah, on the side it says ingredients. It says mountain water, barley, mosaic flower hops, mosaic cryo hops, yeast, and then it says brewed and canned. So, yeah, sounded good.
Said it earlier, man. Everybody's on the mosaic train right now.
I know, right?
You're a mosaic flower hop.
Uh-oh. Got a little
Appreciate you,
coming out
Josh.
of the can there.
Appreciate you, Josh.
Please be delicious, right, Alex?
Is that Josh with a 12-ounce can?
I know, right? And I bought a single of it, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hope you're on a diet.
Plymouth crab.
So it's a little bit lighter in person, still kind of like a dark orange color. Probably about a 2-ish finger head there. Not too many bubbles up top. It's kind of flat up there, maybe a little bit, but maybe I didn't pour it as aggressively as I could. Yeah, nothing floating in the bottom, so that's a good sign. Very floral. Has a little bit of tropicalness on the aroma. It's kind of muted a little bit. It's kind of hard to pick stuff out. Like there's definitely a sweetness that you smell. But as far as like fruits, you don't really get too many. Maybe like an orange, like a sweet orange. Maybe a little grassiness, a little bit of hoppiness, citrus bite. What did it say? 85 IBUs are in this? I think I said. Yeah, 85. So it's a pretty hoppy one. 85 IBUs. Yeah, nothing crazy. It's not very wowing. It just kind of smells kind of subpar. But yeah, like a nice little soapy-ish more head up top there. But yeah, let's dive into it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Those guys tend to be hit and miss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can be.
Yeah, like I said, I remember seeing them years ago. They had them at Total, and then they disappeared. Now they're back. So, it's pretty light. There's really no. There's a little bit of sweetness, but as Alex would say, it's not very creamy. Maybe a tad bit, but compared to like other hazy IPAs, it's not super creamy. Yeah. You definitely get a lot of hoppiness in there for sure. I'm getting like citrus vibes, like even though it doesn't have citra in it, but maybe it's that hoppiness, the IBUs. A little bit of orange. Yeah, it's kind of watered down a little bit. It's kind of a boring beer. Not, like I said, not really much going on. I thought, that the taste would be different from the nose, but yeah, really not too much going on. Like I said, mosaic cryo hopped or whatever it is, hazy. I guess I don't know. This is more, I feel like this is more like an American IPA, kind of more than a hazy IPA. It's like
orange, like the Bengali and stuff.
yeah. Even in the light, it's still pretty dark, like a real dark orange. But yeah, I'll keep sipping on it. Like I said, nothing wowing about it. Just kind of a substandard mosaic IPA. I wouldn't call it a hazy IPA, but that's what they're calling it. So I'm gonna keep sipping on this one, and maybe I can pull some more flavors out of it. But so far, standard. So, cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Thank you, Josh.
Let's drink BuMpY. Hell yeah.
All right. Now I got my Belgian glass. These cute little cans.
Oh my God, cute little cans.
Tiny cans. Comes from Concord Craft Brewing Company. This is a barrel-aged Belgian triple, or tripel, with blackberry and black currant, 9% ABV. So we take a Belgian triple base beer, which lends a dry and light fruity base, ferment on blackberries and black currants to accentuate the fruit and berry notes, and add a slight acidity. We aged this gem for months in white wine barrels. The result is a delightfully flavorful and surprisingly drinkable beer at 9%. So,
Oh, no.
worth the squeeze. It is canned on 1/18. It only says that on one can because the other can says, yeah. Let's just open one of these little 8 fluid ounce cans up.
Don't break it.
I can't remember what I paid for it.
Right.
It was a 4-pack. I think I paid somewhere around $12 or something.
Bumpy, I've seen your hands. Are you sure those aren't 16-ounce cans?
Tiny.
It's adorable.
It is.
Yeah.
He's lying to us. His hands
I
are
want to start getting lit, but not too drunk.
Yeah. And if I don't like them, it's not too much, you know? Yeah, so it just poured with a kind of mahogany pink kind of coloration. It is kind of hazy. And it has a white rocky head that's just fizzing away. Aromas. It's got a lot of kind of breadiness to it. There is the blackberry and the black currant note comes through. So fruitiness to it for sure. It does smell kind of like a rosé wine a little bit.
It's gonna be dry.
Rosé wine.
As far as most of the other aromas you might get out of a tripel, I mean, I'm not getting banana, I'm not getting the clove. It really is just more of that fruit forward aroma. And there's a bit of like a bready doughiness. All right.
Cheers.
Actually,
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Please be
I
delicious.
just got like a black pepper note
Ooh.
too.
Please be.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Please be delicious.
Cheers.
Well,
It almost. All right, so I'm getting this the black currant mostly. I think over the blackberry. It almost has like a slight maple flavor or something going with it. There's some of the doughy, the breadiness, but there's a vinegar note too that hit real quick. That was kind of the face I made. It's almost like an apple cider vinegar.
I knew it was going to be fucking dry and acidic.
It is very drying to the palate.
very dry.
Yeah.
Gonna get
It
heartburn.
doesn't really like it. It doesn't give me that Tripel vibe. I don't know. It drinks like a higher ABV fruited ale. Yeah, in the wine barrels themselves, I mean, I'm not really getting much real woodiness. Yeah, a little touch of wood, just a touch. It does have this. It leaves this kind of chalky feel on the palate as well. 9% ABV. I'd say it drinks like that. It doesn't really have like an alcoholic flavor, but I don't know. I'm getting a feeling from this one, a full feeling, and alcohol legs. Maybe slightly, not too many, too much on the curtains there. But anyway, that's what I got. I'm gonna open up this other little can and make it a full 16-ounce pour.
Correct.
And yeah, we'll get to the free-for-all at this point. If everybody's ready, one more time. Free-for-all.
All right. Well, I just want to say Josh nailed it with the description on his beer. This beer is kind of boring. When you said it about yours, I was like, yeah, that's kind of how mine is. It's not, there's nothing off. There's nothing really bad about the beer. It's just not what I expected. I think you even said the same thing too. Like the aroma on this was pretty good. It has a pretty good aroma to it. But when you dive into the beer, the upfront initial flavor is like very lackluster. It's like there's almost nothing there, and then you get a good finish.
Mm.
The finish is nice, but typically with a New England IPA, I want to be like punched in the face with like juicy tropical flavor. If it's an 8% Imperial IPA, you're expecting that. Look at it too. It's a good hop forward New England IPA. It's not like when you look at this beer and you go to take a sip, you're expecting a big juicy tropical bite right up front, and it doesn't have that. I don't know why. It's a fresh can too. It's only a month old.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one when I first had it, so I only bought it that one time.
Yeah, no, I hear you. The Swimming in the Sky, the one with the dinosaurs on it, was way better than this.
Yeah, that was like a 2-year difference between when those were created.
Oh, is this like one of their first?
That was probably like made in their 3rd year of existence.
Oh, okay.
So that
the agent, I don't mind, but I don't like how the agent is so caramel malt forward.
Yeah,
like it's very, very caramel malt sweet. I don't like that in my New Englands. I like the caramel malt sweetness in the West Coast beers, like the West Coast IPAs. I don't like that big
You gotta realize too, people can put whatever they want on their labels. They can call it an IPA, and it's not an IPA, and you buy it. It's,
True. No, yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, like
I
this,
don't like.
this is a hazy.
I probably wouldn't put caramel
Not
in my.
hazy.
Yeah, I don't like that caramel malt flavor in a New England. I love it in a West Coast, but when I have it in a New England, it's kind of I don't get excited about it. You know, it's kind of like the when people like every time I taste caramel malt in like a New England IPA, I think, oh, these people are just realizing what a New England IPA is, and they try to brew one, and they're like, oh, this is a New England IPA, and it's like that's what you saw like when New England IPAs first started to become popular. You would find that caramel malt like flavor in a New England IPA. Nowadays, it's almost non-existent. You get like I typically get like a honey-like sweetness from the malt.
So there you go, though. You did say nowadays.
Pilsner malt. Pilsner.
But
Yeah, I typically get like a honey-like sweetness rather than like that super like cane sugar like sweetness.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It's if BuMpY's saying this is like one of their New England IPAs from when they kind of first started, then I can understand why it tastes the way it does.
I trust this fucking word all the time.
It's very hot forward, but
I know people that have the same beers, and it's 2-3 different judgments.
Is it dry or thin or anything like that?
Pretty good when he says it, though.
Body?
I will tell you that.
oh, the body's awesome.
Yeah.
The body's great. Just the flavor is very lackluster.
Right. As is mine.
Yeah, I had beers like that. I had
Yeah.
beers like that where it's like the body's awesome. They're super drinkable. The ABV is well hidden. 8%, definitely not noticeable. Yeah, it's a solid brew. It's just kind of boring. Like Josh said.
Yeah, yeah. That's how mine is, dude.
Yeah.
Now, the more I'm drinking on mine, like it's very watery. It just tastes like water and hops. Like
Yeah, I
a little bit of sweetness. You know, it's just
can see what you're saying there.
Getting the
I
same
don't
thing.
know. So mine.
Yes.
Well,
there's nothing really going on. I don't know why they would call it a hazy. It's not hazy. Like I said, I feel like it's more of like an American
hey,
IPA.
you remember what I said? If they
What?
put hazy on the label, typically.
Yeah, that's why I showed my can earlier too, because I was like, yeah, they can.
Well, Miscellaneous is hazy though, but he's got hazy on his can.
Uh-huh.
no.
It was hazy. This
Yep.
beer is good. I will tell you a different note that I did pick up. It got a little bit more yeasty as it warmed, and I was picking up more like a peppercorn note, kind of like white pink peppercorn aromas.
Have you had
It's yeasty.
Have you had the powder day by them, Miscellaneous?
I don't know.
The powder day is
That one's
pretty good.
good. I like that one.
Yeah, I've had the powder day.
Never heard of it. What
Probably. I don't know.
where is it from?
Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be hard.
I've had Sierra Nevada, but I never had that beer yet.
No, they're so.
This is for $8.23 for a 6-pack. It's a solid 88.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can't like if you're budget beer shopping at 6%. Not this. It really doesn't taste bad. It's got a bigger body to it. That's what I kind of enjoyed about it. At 6.5, you're kind of like, it's going to be a thin IPA, and I drank it. And I was like, oh, it's got some heft to it. That's good.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much one thing or the other. Kind of like what you guys said. But this is, I would take a Florida man over this any day of the week. But,
Florida man's really good.
but that's a very good product at a very moderate price.
Have you had the summer break?
I haven't. I don't drink a lot of
I think
Sierra.
it's
Is that the Pilsner?
They get weary because they got so much, and I don't ever see anybody with that shit in their cart, so it makes me nervous.
Would you put that up against like a Voodoo Ranger type? Like Voodoo Ranger?
That's better than some of the Voodoo. That's better than the hazy Voodoo Rangers. I think that's more on the regular your IPA style, hazy IPA, not a New England. Looks like a New England drink. So it's just, I don't know. It's session. It's kind of like session, that style, but you still get flavor out of it. And I
Yeah,
like
because what's the regular Voodoo Ranger like? That's around the same, right? 6-7%, something like
6.5,
that.
maybe.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I don't know. Hold on, let me look it up.
I think Dr. Brewlittle makes. I think they put oats in this, even though it's regular
6.7
beer.
for the Voodoo Ranger.
Seven. Voodoo Ranger
6.7.
IPA 7.
So it's right around the same, and that's
Little more
6.9.
And I've got no complaints with that. But good dates help. That's for sure.
Dude, the summer break is phenomenal. 4.6% session hazy IPA. It is
Oh,
was
I'm not
my
buying
favorite.
sessions.
No, dude, it's really good. You can't even tell if it's like it's a really good fishing beer.
Remember, Tanner knows everything.
It's a beer that you can drink out in the hot summer, and you're not gonna get wrecked because it's 4.6%, but you can drink a few of them,
Shoot, I'd almost pick a Natty Bow over something like this. Honestly, I feel like that has.
No.
I don't know. It's just boring. I don't like it. It's like that. There's hop water stuff.
You ever had a Snappy, Josh?
I haven't.
Snappy?
I seen you crack this.
So lager.
It
no
reminds me
Natty
of Red. Yeah, snap
That's a
some
little
tin.
fat chubby can.
Ready to snap some tin.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd pick up anything else in this brewery. Beer Man, you're right. They're not very. I don't know. Maybe they have other good stuff.
So they're pale. Their IPA is only like 6.2, but it's not bad. It was stuff that I used to drink before I was like really drinking craft beer.
Yeah.
I was kind of getting into their stuff. It was good, but then I like started finding other shit, and I was like, oh yeah, this is much better. You know what I mean? It's like
It's a generic kind of. It's a generic beer.
They're decent though. They have some good ones. Their porter's pretty good. I like their porter. Good porter.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some.
I gotta get a beer.
Yeah, this is sounding like kind of a mild night.
Yeah, everyone kind of had lackluster beers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and score mine. It's all right, but I mean it's kind of a little bit far fetched from a Tripel, a Belgian Tripel that I would really gravitate towards. But it's interesting getting the heavy hit of black currant, and it's all right. It's drinkable, 9%. I mean, it's gonna warm you up, warm your soul up. It's kind of sad that they're tiny cans, but for being 40.5 out of 50 beer, I mean that's so it's all right.
Cool.
It saved me money because if I bought a 4-pack of these and they were 16-ounce cans, it probably would have been 20-something bucks for sure, and I would have been disappointed.
Alex, what do you think about your beer? Did you say anything about yours?
No, was just laying back, just chasing the flavors before I said anything.
40.5 bumpy.
40.5, yeah. So between good and very good.
Okay. Good.
I forgot to score.
I really like the beer because I don't like the dryness of it, but I do like that. I don't know what it is, but it feels like it has a nice body to it, like a creamy or an oat body to it. But I don't know if that would have that because this is a Citra. But then again, breweries do how they want, but it feels like a heavy body feel. But a great, I don't know, it's just hard to explain. But when you're drinking
Does it poke you in all the right places, Alex?
Keep it up, brother. Keep it up. Keep it up there, Andrew.
Get a fork.
Keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up, Andrew.
Well, I said
I'm Tanner.
that's why I said keep it up, Andrew, and everybody, because I could see his smile too. You're a trip.
No, he's
20 years,
yelling.
Andrew.
Now he's upset he left, Alex.
Yeah,
What
16 years.
did you do, Alex? Now he's upset.
Now you see a
I've
different
seen 20
smile.
years. But no, this beer is very good. The rating, because I do like the flavor. I mean, yeah, I should base on what on the dryness. I don't like the dryness, but but there's a lot of flavor to it. I'll give it a 90. I'll give it a 90. It's good stuff. I'll give it a 90. It's
Okay.
good. Good stuff.
There you go.
That's a very honest score, Alex. That's nice.
Yeah. I like.
JB would be proud of you.
Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping Mr. BuMpY here will be trying Dr. Brew a little with me in a little bit, sometime in the future.
I'm gonna get minus 75.
When I win the lottery, and I'll be
Seventy-
BuMpY, you're gonna play that joke now. I tell you,
Not terrible.
Right.
You got
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you as much hope as
Alex,
I
fuck the
can.
beer.
Get
Just
some
send me
Hoagie spit.
$20 a 4-pack for this. I'm gonna give mine like an
We'll
83.
get some BuMpY.
83.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed with this beer.
We got a lot
Cheers
of-
to the UK John.
Cheers, Luke John.
Wow, look at that. The roles are reversed. I bought a single can and Tanner bought a 4-pack.
No, I did buy a 4-pack.
Oh, I think
No,
Oh,
I'm saying
that's right, you got
well,
the
they
single
sell it as they sell their single cans as what it would cost for a 4-pack, and this was like $5.09 or something, 5 and change. So it was $20 for a 4-pack, though. But I would not buy a 4-pack.
I'm glad I didn't buy a 4-pack of mine.
damn,
Yeah.
$20. Usually it should be like 18. Maybe.
Oh, fuck it, bro. For
I'm giving mine a
8 and 20, 8.20 and change. I'm
We
good.
just started getting modest, man.
out of 100.
I'm much happier about I don't know.
Did you say you gave yours 100, beer man?
83.
Oh,
83.
Hey,
No,
man,
no,
Tanner.
driving an honest man picking up
Let's
Give
beers.
it 100. No.
Let's say Tanner. Does that mean Modest Man will be coming through here? Because I really need to get the new one.
They don't
IPA.
distribute out unless somebody's going up to New Hampshire and taking it back to.
They really need to put that shit out to everybody. But
I honestly, I'm not really the biggest fan of Kettlehead. I know Dan really likes it,
Uh-oh, Dan will crucify.
but
I couldn't
like-
hear you.
yeah,
I would drink Modest Man over Kettlehead any day. I haven't had a Modest Man beer that I wasn't thrilled by. I mean,
Here.
every Modest Man beer I've had has been pretty damn good. Like, I have no bad things to say. Kettlehead, I don't know. They seem like more old school New England IPAs that I'm not really a big fan of.
What about Spyglass?
Except for the dinosaur one. The dinosaur one was very good. Spyglass, I haven't had. Well, I think BuMpY's had me try a couple pours of Spyglass, but I don't think I've done any reviews. I do have the that can that you gave me. What's it called, BuMpY? Do you remember? It's like a red and blue can by Spyglass.
oh, the double helix.
Double Helix. Yeah. I have to review that.
What about Spy versus Spy Brewery?
Ooh, what is this?
I remember Spy versus Spy.
What about PPP?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I used to
Yeah,
have a
that's
guy.
Spy
I had
versus
a game
So,
on
Tanner,
any.
do you think Modest Man will be coming through here? I was about to ask. I couldn't
There you
hear
go,
you.
B-roll.
I hope so.
I have one. Did you get the mix pack?
Honestly,
Yeah.
there's-
Yeah, I got the same one. I got it upstairs.
Super
Honestly,
good.
there's
Yeah.
If you see this though, beer man,
It was in date.
if you're looking for a
Honestly,
cheap,
it's one that doesn't
One
date
nine.
right, BuMpY?
What was that?
Honest Man doesn't date their cans, right?
No.
They need to put dates on them.
Yeah.
Well,
the
it
thing
doesn't
was their stuff was
matter.
selling so quick. They
It
were
doesn't
actually
matter if you get them at the
selling out
brewery.
product.
It doesn't matter if you get the beer from the brewery, but if you get
Yeah,
the beer
their stuff does sell fast. Even the what they sent over
what they
here.
say about other half.
I
and
think
all
they
that.
went through.
Sometimes
They've already
it's
gone
on
through
the
a case.
Sometimes it's-
Well, that's the thing is once they open up their second brewery, they're going to be producing so much
I'll take
more that
pictures,
it's going to
bro.
sit on the shelf.
So Spyglass will be coming through here then.
No, the high end hype
I haven't
shit.
got Spyglass.
You're
You know what
gonna
I
get-
want?
Alex,
You know what
I think
want
you're going to
from
get
New Hampshire?
Telescope Brewing instead of
You want to
Spy.
know what I want from New Hampshire?
No, it's
I want a
bullshit.
Branch and Blades heavily fruited sours.
I want BuMpY.
Because because those.
I wasn't really impressed with them.
I'd have to do 3 beers to get a telescope.
Oh,
I would
dude,
do the binocular, but I would have to get 3 beers to hold them
I
together.
had that. I just want to be puree by Branch and Blade, and it was phenomenal.
Might work on
I wasn't really impressed by Branch
Yeah,
Blade's
buddy.
beers when I had it.
Did you have
Alright.
any fruit sour by then?
My rating.
Yeah, I had a sour. I think I had a stout, I had an IPA. They're all right.
Yeah. See, I've only had that. Wait, have we had? Maybe BuMpy gave me maybe BuMpy drank one with me. Did we drink a Branch and Blade? Oh wait, no, I had that Born Sinner IPA. Never mind. Yeah, I think you gave me that. That was okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
We've done Branch and Blade together.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of their IPAs are okay, but like I said, they're pretty much their heavily fruited sours are what they're really good at.
Or known for, yeah, kind of like Drecker, right?
Now everyone and their mother has a heavily fruited sour.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Good.
cheers to all right as well.
And
Breweries you would never think would be doing heavily fruited sours are doing.
You know what? We need to make popular Kolsch's, right, Beer Man?
I like Kolsch's. I want
I
to
wish
make
more
one.
people would brew them.
Modest man.
I'll give a shout out. I'll give a shout out that you never hear when it comes to culture. Shout out to Clown Shoes with their mango.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
You told me about that.
I like that beer from them.
I haven't
Cheers,
seen it.
Cheryl.
I do want to
Cheers
try
to
that
Cheryl.
one.
Oh,
Yeah, I would pick those Sierra
I'll
Nevada.
probably change the recipe now.
Human loggers, period. I love
You
it.
probably change the recipe now, miscellaneous. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do what?
it's no longer a Kolsch.
No, they probably fucked up the recipe.
Now it's a cream ale.
Right.
Oh, DMS and shit.
I would.
Fucking Clown Shoes. Who owns Clown Shoes again now? That's
They're brewed out of Harpoon.
People.
Harpoon, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I think Clown Shoes is still independent, but they gypsy brew and then they probably just have the contract stuff done through them.
Oh, are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They bounced around from place to place to place. They started off at
Hi, Cheryl.
they were in Sandwich, Massachusetts, and they were being brewed out of
Hoagie, Massachusetts.
what the hell?
Very
is it?
unfortunate. I really like them.
I can't think of the name of the brewery there.
Hero.
Now you can't even buy any of those products anymore.
Cheryl says cheers to everybody.
Tanner still needs to get that backdoor tour at the brewery.
He needs the loot first.
At where?
Remember you were talking about that last night about the backdoor brewing.
Yeah.
No,
Brewery tour.
You were invited to go in the back door.
Oh, at Proclamation. It was at
Jesus.
Proclamation.
Backdoor Brewing. Is that a place? That's a good place.
Oh, you're talking about they're gonna give you
I hope I wiped.
a back door, like the back room.
Backdoor Brewing.
Backyard brewing.
Yeah.
Lock the
Barnyard
gate.
Brewing. Welcome to Barnyard Brewing, where all our beers are made out of animal
Oh,
parts.
that's an actual brewery. It's called Backdoor Brewing.
Oh yeah, I know it is, but mine's
Oh.
called Barnyard Brewing. It's in
Right.
it's in a giant barn. Opening in 2025.
Cheers to Angie as well.
Cheers, Andy.
Cheers.
Oh shit!
I'm Chris Hansen.
It's beer time.
Not yet, Tanner.
And beer time.
Thanks for showing your support.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
show my support too, but I'm not cool like
Here's
that.
Cheryl.
Cheers, Thrash.
Cheers, Thrash. Hope you're feeling well tonight.
I'm in trouble again.
Yeah, Josh is in trouble.
Damn it. I'm already sitting down. The back hurts.
So, yeah. Has anybody thought of like a question?
No, I never thought about it at all.
I kind of have a question, but I feel like I've already asked it before.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought of a question. I didn't think of a question. I sure miss having.
All right. Well, this is the first that I have a question. I never had a question.
Really? Okay.
Thank you for letting me think on that. I'm curious because of all the craziness with the money situation. We're not getting political here. Let's make that clear.
Alex's first question causes the.
Well, no. It's not
Yeah.
No. What I'm trying to say is, do you think because of the situations, the money and stuff like that, and all the, the accession, whatever people say, I don't know, whatever. Do you think breweries will go away? I hope they don't because I love breweries.
No,
I'm just curious. Go ahead. What?
no, breweries aren't going to go away.
Good
Yeah,
because
go
that's
on.
No
Some
way.
breweries might be bought out. You might have more breweries being
Alex,
bought out.
what's your favorite brewery?
We're gonna be drinking all ciders.
Alex,
Yeah.
what's your favorite brewery?
what was my favorite brewery. Now that I heard that it was pretty not good. It was Pipe Dream, but I would
Anyway,
definitely.
That'll be your favorite. You don't have to listen to what other people say.
I think
I know you're right. You're right. So if I like it, then I like it. So
Right.
you're right.
Like Tanner's totally shitting on Kettlehead all the time, and they make some decent beer.
I like
He
Kettlehead.
just hasn't had it. He just hasn't had like some of Kettlehead.
I like Kettlehead. I've had Kettlehead. I can't think what the beer was that I got from Kettlehead. It's like a different color can. I can't remember. Baker or something like that. Let's say BuMpY.
Huh?
Monastic Baker. It was like a can with different colors, and it's your favorite beer, and I can't remember the name.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
No,
Cosmic. No, he's thinking of Cosmic Baker.
yes.
That was from that was Litherman's Limited.
Oh, never mind. It was
Yeah,
one
that
of
was
the beers.
that was their fruitcake sour.
That was delicious.
Yeah.
Yes. But no, I had Kettlehead. I can't remember what beers I've had, but I have to take a look at my Instagram or something. But
Yeah.
their beers were good, and don't get me wrong, I love Spyglass. That stuff's delicious. It's very creamy, very pearly, and yes, it has a little dryness. I know. It does. I still love the flavor. So that's all that matters.
Oh, look. Speaking of Kettlehead,
What's up there, legendary Dan or Mike? One of the two.
I will say, for some reason, my Kettlehead, the Agent IPA review has 100 views.
What's up there, legendary Poppy? Appreciate you.
he's gonna
Well,
stand
then-
out as number
Any
one brewery.
reviews I put
Number
out
one
recently.
brewery for butter.
Appreciate you, Brian.
Right.
V-necks are not in style. Well, this is my undershirt from work, so that's why you see me, because I work Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays. So this is my undershirt. So just take off my work shirt. And here you go.
Yeah,
This
there
is
you
my
go.
Monday attire. Sorry.
Chicken brown.
I mean, I guess I could ask you guys a question. It's pretty simple.
When
Is
you
it
just-
personal?
No.
Do you like me?
Are there breweries that you had high hopes for, or you used to like that you don't like anymore?
Yeah, Cloud Shoes.
Go with that. But
Yes, because Cloud Shoes, according to legendary,
like, or stuff that you've had like a good amount of their products, and then I don't know, try other ones.
They
and-
kind of fell off.
yeah.
Veil Brewing. That's one of mine.
Veil.
Yeah.
I've only
Yeah.
had Veil since they've fallen off, so I don't know what they originally.
Yeah, they used to be good. Dude. They used
I
to
guess
basically
it's
start out
not
like
today.
It's
Yeah.
somewhat different, but it's like I hate when like Trippin' Animals. All we get is their heavily fruited sours, and I've heard that their IPAs are really good.
yeah,
It's
they
just aggravating when you only get like the variety. Like that's like Drecker. It's like all I get is their heavily fruited sours. It's
Same
like
with me.
I had a couple of their IPAs that I really like, but I don't get any of their IPAs. I get all their heavily fruited sours, and it's just
It's the same with me.
a little
legendary
aggravating.
Tanner.
wish I could get more variety from these people.
Yeah, that's weird. We get pale ales by them and stouts and
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try some stuff. You might. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it again because I said this a million times.
Equilibrium. Yeah,
I
that's
keep
a,
forgetting.
I feel like their collabs are better than I don't know. Equilibrium's hit or miss for sure,
Sorry, I woke up from my nap.
especially the triples
Took a nap, Andrew. Wow.
and T vibe.
Yeah, this has been a pretty boring show tonight, huh?
No,
Like
Just
my
like
show.
Josh's show the other night.
I know, right? I was boring,
hope
everybody.
you enjoyed it.
Nobody wanted to hang out.
So, what's the question?
Well, like, the basic question is like, is there any breweries that like you kind of like you liked and then they just kind of went downhill, or any beers that
Funky
you kind of
Buddha's
disappointed in
miscellaneous.
from breweries?
Well, let's drink. Andrew's got something.
Since we're not really like we're running out of questions, I guess.
Is that it?
Bullshit.
That's Funky
That ain't
Buddha?
no bullshit right there.
61 episodes.
Yeah, I know that.
That's not Funky Buddha is one of them.
Cigar City.
Constellation, fuck them all. At least the Shofi stuff that we're getting, man. Well, I don't know. They lost. They lost their motherfucking minds, bro.
Not even from my
Their
own.
shit was so good, and now it's like, oh,
It seems like Prairie's kind of like that. You guys used to always talk about
Prairie's on the
Prairie can be hit or miss.
how they were really good.
Yeah, went from the
Last time
bottom.
you guys
I haven't had any problems with Prairie because I've been drinking their stout. So
Seemed like a couple
I've
of you guys
never had
that.
the IPA by then.
A lot of you guys
I
had
can't
that
tell you about
fucking
that now, I
hat
don't
thing
know.
and didn't like it. I know Beer Man
Well,
didn't like it.
I drink their
The
like
carrot
barrel
cake.
aged shit, but I don't buy their sours or anything. That's too
no, I'll
expensive.
stick with the barrel aged stuff with Prairie. I never had their other beers.
Let me get my $12 bottle and I'll be on my way.
Yeah, $12, 12 ounce.
12-ounce bottle.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
No.
I
But
never had an
like
IPA.
I said, I really, honestly, since I had a pretty good spread of the bomb series, and I wasn't impressed by really any of them. And then
You're not.
they've come. This is my thing that has really kicked it back up for me. Is a lot of some of these companies had these really high
Oh man.
ABV beers. They're big barrel aged stouts. They started dropping off, but Prairie started picking back up
Hey,
and
you made
throwing out.
Alex take his glasses off.
I thought Andrew was talking bad about Prairie. I love their stout so far. Gotta play with
Bro,
You gotta rip them off and you guys.
I got burned by a couple
Andrew.
of scouts.
I gotta play with you, Andrew. You're my buddy.
damn it, Alex.
You gotta
You just let me finish.
remember the slice of pizza miscellaneous? You ripped his glass
I-
off. Help me! Help me drop
I
that.
did do that one point when I got angry. Like one point, but
But no, it's
I'm having fun with you, Andrew. Please.
Oh, Aslan's another one that I don't. They
I haven't
Funky
seen
Buddha.
them.
Funky Buddha is my brewery that they fuck.
I haven't seen them.
But like I said, I like Prairie now. They're barrel aged shit. They're going back higher in ABV while other companies are going down, and their price is staying consistent, similar to how Firestone Walker does. You get your brown square
Because
boxes,
this one I haven't.
high end shit, and they're not expensive as fuck. But you got to realize what you're getting when you get that. Honestly, I would roll my dice a lot further with Firestone Walker than I would with Prairie. But
I think this one's 15%.
I've had a bunch. Oh, I've had that, Alex.
Yeah, I think you said it was good or
The
something. It's got
Pistachio
like
Brothers
like
one, yeah.
chocolate bars or something. You said. It's
It
brewed
says
with.
something. It's got
It's got pistachios.
pistachios.
Yeah, because it came out of the sewage. Because it's Mario Brothers theme.
Keep it up.
Beer Man said he might have a question.
That infrared starfish by Aslan was phenomenal. I don't know whatever like.
Is this a 15%, Andrew?
They died off.
Yeah.
No, I think it's.
Yeah,
I
but
think
their IPAs all look.
13.8.
They used to be so
That's
good.
perfect.
It
There
could be.
was a brewery
I don't know.
that was like
You can't
super
see it?
hype. And it's
No, it's on the back.
What's on the back?
The reason Aslan fell off is because their main
I know it's got small print.
they kind of screwed them over. So then after that, like the quality just went to shit.
I'm looking at the back. I don't see any.
The ABV is on there.
What
A
happened?
little bit closer.
Wow.
Bring a little bit
What
closer.
did you say, Josh?
Do
I
you
said
still
there-
have that
the
decent
thing with
Thirteen
Aslan is
It's
13.
13.6.
Okay, 13.6. Okay, perfect.
Can't hear what you're saying. What did you say, Josh?
Go ahead and drop it, Beer Man.
they said I was talking about Aslan. They're another one that kind of fell off.
Assland. They've always been that
What
way.
is,
Honestly,
I guess something happened with their head brewery, kind of got screwed over, and then after that, the quality just like went to shit.
Oh, okay.
You got screwed
Yeah,
over,
that's
so you
tough.
started.
I haven't
You
seen
started
them in a
taking
while.
dumps in the batches.
Touching the bread.
Like somebody posted a photo of like so they do one called
Yeah. That's
Double Orange
that's beer
Starfish,
in the
right?
bottle,
They
too,
posted it
bro.
back in, it was from like 2015 or something, 16, something like that. And just like comparing like an old one to a new version one, it's like two totally different looking beers. It's ridiculous.
Hopefully that makes sense.
Crazy.
Okay.
Speaking of,
All right.
well,
We're gonna move on to the question portion of this.
Ooh, I like that question. Beer
So
Man.
as we go around, so I'm just gonna move Beer Man up here. So I guess that's gonna make me last. Yes. So his question, he's gonna ask it, and we'll just go around after you answer the question. If you got any self promos, and if you want to shout out a channel or two, Alex. A channel or two.
Only shout out to
You're
Alex.
a ball buster, Bumpy, but don't ever.
Beer Man's got the buzzer set, so
You
he'll
get a
buzz you
shout
out.
out.
you get three. You get yourself, and then you get
Yeah, the positive.
Shout out. I know he's the Alex is the Oprah of shout outs.
Yes.
You get a shout out. You get a shout out.
You get.
All right. So yeah, Beer Man, go ahead with your question. We'll start with Josh afterwards.
All right. So I was thinking, are you a traditionalist or one that likes new, interesting styles? Something that's innovative, or a traditionalist, and why? Possibly.
I feel like I'm more of a traditionalist, to be honest with you. Sometimes I'll pick out a style that I don't really, or like a new style. But sometimes I'm kind of weary because I feel like I've kind of got burned in the past when I checked out like a new style. But I don't know. I kind of gravitate towards the same type of styles, honestly. Like I said, every once in a while but yeah, I think maybe
Do you like the creative stuff? Do you like creative? Like a milkshake IPA, like you know what I mean, like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do innovative
Voice
stuff,
of the
or
yard.
do you like the old original kind of IPAs, or whatever? That's
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I like the more creative stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
But I do venture back to the more traditional styles, like the West Coast, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I kind of gravitates towards some crazy, wacky styles sometimes. Like you see a beer in the beer store and it's like, oh, it's got all this crazy stuff in here. And then you try it and it might be good, it might not be. But yeah, so I guess I'm more of a new, interesting style type person than traditional. So yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Oh, shout outs. Beer Bowl discussions, Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for everyone popping in yesterday for a little bit. Went 4 hours, so I stayed up way too late, but yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Philly Crooker 87, my Instagram. And shout outs for other people. I'll shout out Craig, Kent Beer Reviews. Check him out. Usually goes live Fridays sometimes Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays. All depends. Does beer reviews. Just a real great dude. And check out who am I going to check out?
There you go, buddy. Angie. Appreciate you.
Yeah, check out Angie. Angie's Fluid Arts.
Legendary Angie.
She's always been a great supporter in the beer community and just a
Checker.
laid back person, cool to hang out with,
Hell yeah.
In fact, I think she's live right now. So go leave our team and go.
Yeah, check her out. She's live right now.
Well, no, if she's live, I would just.
So yeah, I could shout out a lot of people, but keep it.
Guys are bad.
I'm not gonna put
What?
Cheers, Bumpy. Thank
Who
you.
did what? Where's
Great
my
question,
phone?
beer man. Love you.
Nice, cool. Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Well, me. Okay. What's the question again? I lost my mind. Lost the brain.
We all know
You-
what Alex's answer
Do
is.
you like?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go.
I was just gonna try to put it in like a different like.
I didn't mean to steal it from you.
Do you like traditional style beers more than like the newer stuff that's coming out, or do you prefer like the newer stuff, like all those adjunct latent fruited sours and stouts and
Welcome, America.
I stay in the additional way too, but I also venture out and check out the new stuff, because that stuff does hype me up when you get the New England IPAs and the new what's it called again, this fruited sours and stuff like that. Yes, I look forward to newer beers, because again, it still keeps you out of the box. Even though you want to go back to additional, which is fine, you still want to also check out the other beers too, because otherwise you won't span your palate to see what it's all about, especially if you're a beer reviewer anyway.
He's pulling one of my lines. Expand your palate. You go.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that.
I think you like the creativity there, Alex.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
get
there you
you
go.
got that right, Legendary Tanner, because I like to try every new thing. My promos. Check out. We're gonna be actually. You know what? I actually have them right here.
What's the question again?
edible undies. Alex's next food product.
Remember when Alex was buying
Good
these?
answer, because I don't know anything
We're
about
gonna
it.
be doing these.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
popcorn.
We're gonna be
tradition.
doing these next
Oh, wow.
Friday
Yeah,
Hey, I can get those, man.
around 8 o'clock.
Oh, Tanner was hyping those up last night.
Dang, Alex, you got 2 bags?
Yep. I don't know if I'm gonna eat both of them, but I got 2 bags.
Mix them together when you do
Yeah.
it.
So that's what we're doing next Friday. This coming up Friday, around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Created a
And
monster.
also, Alex and Friends. Well, obviously, I'm gonna be doing Alex and Friends around 10 o'clock, 10:30. Occasionally, like I said before, occasionally I do Alex and Friends during the week as well. Even though it's always gonna be Thursday nights around 10 o'clock, 10:30. I do special Alex and Friends occasionally. You know, every now and then, just do a special episode. You never know. It might be this Friday. You never know. Again, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it'll always be on Thursdays. Trust me. But there'll be occasional episodes on other days. Sometimes I don't know when. But yeah, that's it for that. But check that out as well. Check out Quickdropless, and check out
Good evening.
Kyle from the Hype Beer Reviews. And that's
Thank
that.
you very much.
Appreciate you.
For,
And cheers.
Miss-
Check them all out.
Cheers, Alex.
You got Mrs. Doubtfire in.
beg your pardon. Miscellaneous was
Doubtfire.
kind enough to send me the link, and
Hey, Mrs. Doubtfire.
I clicked on it, assuming that would be appropriate. I beg
Hold
your
on. Yeah, just hold up and be. It's not. Just let us finish it. It's not green friendly.
This show's not completely professional, so I don't give a
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Pull my finger.
You're bad.
No. Her. No. I wish I were that professional.
So, Miss Doubtfire, you got a new beer, right?
Mm.
Got a
Yes, I
few-
do.
All I gotta say that word, and bam.
He does. You can bring it up.
I have.
Mention. He's going to get his beer outside out of the snow.
Yes, I'm going to the
Snow
fridge.
beer.
New
This
beer.
is
I say new beer, I mean new beer.
That was the proof of the win. I didn't know.
This is the last of the new. This one might be all right, actually. Scottish Golden. Oh yeah, from the Dildo Brewing Company. It's a real. See, I'm on like this white dot right here, and Dildo, Newfoundland and Labrador is right there. It's a real place. They've got dildobrewingco.com, PO Box, blah 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 blah. Anyway, Scottish Golden Ale. 5 point, allegedly. We'll see.
Yeah,
I like how it's a museum as well as a brewery.
Well, they have a Yeah,
It's a very
It's
that's
not-
a fun
it's-
place.
it's not a dildo museum. Regrettably, I mean, they're leaving money on the table, in my opinion. Yeah, but certain
Dildos hanging off the ceiling.
Oh, since we're on YouTube, here we go. Look. Wee.
Nice and clean looking.
It's a clear, very clear.
Ever so daintily. No, absolutely. They do have a website. Unfortunately, they don't ship. You know what? I'm going to stop talking and get rid of this before I spill it on myself in front of you all, lovely people. Past the teeth, over the gums. Look at stomach. Here she comes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Please be delicious.
He's gonna
Cheers.
All right, man. Taking down that dildo.
Keep it up, Mr. Beer Man.
I intend to.
Truth. He's speaking nothing but the truth.
I intend to. See, I even have their license plate on my wall here, and I should say the wall of this pales in comparison to the fridge. Thank you all for letting
Nice.
me be this silly in front of YouTube. And
Cheers.
clicking the link. I
By
appreciate.
the way, it's nice
the,
to meet you, Mrs. Doubtfire. By the way, Bob.
Thank you kindly. Likewise,
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Alex.
Yeah, stay.
Yes,
stay
I
up.
do hear about you. So
We're going to be ending the show here shortly, and we'll have it after.
I was
get
perhaps a
together.
bit premature in clicking the link that Miscellaneous
That's all
sent me. So thank you
Yeah.
for letting me have some of
When
your
you bring a dildo, everything's okay.
It's
Oh,
nice to
I've had a few dildos in my day. Anyway, moving on.
They were
These
chocolate. They
these
were
guys are
chocolate
good.
flavored.
True
and I
story.
sent
You can
them
go
to
look
you.
it up on my YouTube.
We recorded consuming them together. I sent you chocolate flavored dildos, and we consumed them together.
Oh my God.
As consenting adults, we did
And where
No,
were they?
it was like
academic books
No,
on
in our mouths
Oh,
simultaneously.
Oh,
You really, you know what? I'm
For the
sorry.
question, am I traditional or more into the newer experimental stuff? I honestly, it's kind of it's like a biased question because they're like me personally, I like both because you wouldn't have these new experimental things that were going on without the OGs, and you have to have reference to go back and like, oh well, they're not doing it anymore. It's not that they're not doing it anymore. You have to pay homage to the people that paved the way for what the fuck these people are doing nowadays.
no.
Can't just forget about it and say, oh well, this new beer is so good. Let's forget about these fucks.
no, you
They
don't.
busted their fucking ass to create this shit.
Yeah.
You know. I don't think I could sway one way or the other. You kind of got to keep yourself in check. You can have a new age beer of the same style as like an OG beer and try them side by side, and which is going to be more towards the style. Like I'm all about that, but you know, I don't know if I could. You, in my opinion, you can't have one without the other.
No, I feel you there. I totally do.
That's it.
Isn't that
Shout outs for me, Thursday night beer session. Check out LEP Sundays at 5. And yeah, Doubtfire's here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
All right. So to answer the question, I guess both, you could say. We wouldn't be where we're at today if people just stuck to the same traditional styles. Of course, a couple people had to pull the wild card and be creative and do some funky shit to get where we're at nowadays. I guess New England IPAs wouldn't even be around if somebody didn't take an IPA and, make it different.
True that.
But I will say there are certain things that I am a little like, I wouldn't say opposed to, but I'm not like the biggest fan. So perfect example. This is a beer by Treehouse called Sorbet King, and they put guava puree in it. And I mean, I guess it's kind of like the same thing as like a milkshake IPA where they stick puree and they put lactose and stuff. But I think I like more New England IPAs where you get those fruits and tropical flavors from the hops rather than them just putting puree and then of course it's just like a massive amount of puree in a beer. Yeah, I think I just like the more traditional New England IPA where you get the flavors of the fruits from the hops rather than them
Don't
shoving a bunch of
don't
puree in it.
don't force the fruit on you.
Yeah, exactly. There
Yeah.
you go.
Well, they could put a
Indeed.
bunch of onions in a Kolsch and see how that tastes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I mean, like I said,
know,
I think it's both. We wouldn't be where we are nowadays if it wasn't for somebody mixing things up and doing something different. And that's the beauty of craft beer and beer in general is, you know, there's no limits and nobody can tell you what you can't or can or cannot brew. If you have your own brewing company, you can do whatever the hell you want. Hell, the jalapeno Bohemian Pilsner is phenomenal. And someone was like, "Hey, let's put peppers in a beer," and they were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And that beer is really, really good. So I mean, stuff like that, you know,
Mhm.
perfect
That
for
sounds really good.
tacos and Mexican food. But yeah, like I said, I'm definitely for both sides. I like a traditional beer.
Hell yeah.
Kolsch's, like Beerman was just saying, is one of those styles that I really wish more people would brew. But yeah, other than that, shout outs. We're gonna be doing another episode of trivia, beer trivia, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna finish up the questions that we had from last week. I think it was like 200 questions. We went through about 100. So we're gonna do the other 100, and yeah, so that's Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And shout outs for other people. Check out Scotch Down Under. He's a Australian that does whiskey reviews. He does a live stream. I typically watch his live when I'm at work. So he's live at like 7 in the morning, but it's probably like nighttime over there for them. But he's got a good channel and fun to watch. And then I'm gonna keep shouting out Jean H. Pierre until he hits 1,000. Go check out Jean H. Pierre Beverage Ramble. Drop him a sub and help him hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So
Yeah.
cheers, guys.
Yeah, I
Cheers.
just watched one of Jean's videos a couple days ago. He did that Berliner Weiss thing. He does a really good job in his
Yeah, he
videos.
does.
Nice.
For a guy that's standing there in his room and just drinking a
Yeah.
beer and talking about it, but he brings in some knowledge and some story time too. He is a rambler, but yeah, he's a good channel. So definitely check him out if you haven't. As far as me and the traditional versus like the newer age stuff, yeah, I kind of like them both. I think I may delve into, depending on what you're considering to be like kind of more traditional, like if we go into like the imperial stouts and stuff, and then you go into like the barrel aged imperial stouts, like would that be considered something that's new because it's barrel aged, or is that kind of traditional? I prefer like kind of the basic malt, like kind of the purity law type thing and then barrel aging it for like a stout versus having all the added adjuncts. Not saying that I haven't had some fantastic imperial stouts that are barrel aged that have all these added adjuncts, because I have,
Bring the noise with your base beer.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. And I always got excited too. Like Mayflower Brewing Company, they're out of Plymouth, Massachusetts.
That's a beer I've been looking for a while, BuMpY.
Yeah,
Mayflower
and
beers.
they do like traditional styles, and they name their beers after
Oh.
like either people that were on like the Mayflower or things that had to do with things back then.
We were talking about
And,
this
and
last
those beers are pretty solid, and it's fun, to drink stuff like that too, especially if there's an occasion coming up, like you're talking like Thanksgiving or something, and
Hell
if you
yeah.
want to like try to do like the Native Americans and the Pilgrims, food fest thing, and bring some traditional types of beers that may have been around that time. Certain breweries that do brew things that are kind of like before hops were really growing here in the United States. What did they use? They used different different things. The gruits and stuff like that.
fruit
You use different fruits and herbs and stuff that you'd find around versus hops. So yeah, I don't know. Beer started from from a mistake basically, and
What do you mean a
it was
mistake?
probably kind of nasty back then. They didn't know
A
how
long
it was made.
time
It just-
ago, way
It
back
just
in
made, yeah, it was just
history.
Bumpy,
something
why are
that,
you saying it's a mistake?
because they were making like cereal or whatever, and they
Right.
kind of left it out, and it got some wild yeast or bacteria, and it fermented, and they
Mhm.
drank it or ate
It's
it, and they got a buzz, even though
Something
the
to me.
ABV would
penicillin
have
for
been
the
low.
soul,
Wow.
Yeah, so
ladies.
I mean, when you think about like where it really came from, and then kind of what they started brewing off of that, it's like at one point the traditional stuff that we talk about, like Hefeweizens and stuff like that, they weren't traditional at all. You weren't using wheat and all this other stuff in beer. It was, different.
Oh,
So
They canceled
eventually the new age stuff.
You were locally allocated
all beer.
to
Bumpy.
make beer. That's what happens,
Yeah.
They only sell. They got you want that, but we got this. What do it's when it comes down to it sometimes, and it's area and where you can only get what's local around you, which goes back, like you said, like the gruit and the ancient herb beers and stuff. It's like you got to use what you have to make something,
I'd say I lean more traditional, but I definitely appreciate the newer stuff, because
artistic
like I
styles.
said,
Yeah.
otherwise we wouldn't be where we are today if nobody tried something different.
We wouldn't be beer reviewers.
We wouldn't have the 90 different styles or whatever there
Innovation.
are of beer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, Bumpy, let me ask you this: we wouldn't be a beer YouTuber either. Beer review YouTuber.
Well, who knows?
We
I
wouldn't
don't know
be
what.
here if our parents didn't make
You
it.
can only kind of
I
guess.
want to expound on this a little bit more, but I'm not going to do it while we're live. It's okay.
Yeah. So
You know what
I'd
else
just
we
like to
do?
say I got this live show. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Monday nights. It's called New Brew. Bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. Typically a 3-part show. But hey, if we can't get questions, if we start running out of questions or whatever, if we can't ask a question, we can't ask a question. But we'll have the free for all portion anyways, and whatnot. But I do want to say just a reminder. So if you are planning on joining March 14th, which is the Monday before St. Patrick's Day, it is a St. Patrick's Day themed New Brew that night. So try to find something appropriate that you haven't had.
You get it?
And, yeah, yeah. Bring a green dildo.
I'm afraid.
Green dildo.
Oh my
I'm
God.
afraid, as far as the Irish are concerned, I'm shit out of luck tonight, because I've got me a Scottish golden ale and an English brown ale, but there's fuck all this Irish about.
The Irish are in the middle somewhere.
I beg your pardon, but I give you my word, I shall be ready for the feast of St. Patrick, especially if you, sir, are kind enough to be the host.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for tolerating my nonsense.
Well, as long as miscellaneous is around to shell
Oh
out?
no, I shouldn't be brave enough to appear if he were not.
Okay. That
I'm a
means
chicken
miscellaneous
shit
has
like
to be
that.
here too.
I'm here because he lets me be. I wouldn't be brave enough to be here if he weren't
Yeah.
here. I'm chicken shit
Well,
like
I mean,
that.
big shout out to Mrs. Doubtfire. Thanks for joining up tonight.
Oh,
It's good to
thank
see you.
for.
I'd like to shout out, Dan FLX, it's Dan and Mike FLX beer reviews.
Thank
He
you.
showed up in the chat. You're always welcome on, Dan. Come on the show. It doesn't matter who's here. You're not going to interrupt people. The show can go for 2 hours, as we know, sometimes.
They let me do it.
Yeah. Who else? I would really, really like to shout out. Both. Angie's Fluid Art, who was shouted out by Last Beer, and then we got Sparkle, who didn't join up tonight, but she had joined up the past couple weeks, and she's been joining up on other shows, and she's been doing a banging job with just drinking the beers and talking about them, and just bringing a sparkle to the little beer community here. She's a very fun-loving lady. Check her channel out, Sparkle.
Cheers.
And yeah, she does the artwork much like Angie does.
Yep.
So
cool.
That's that. Does anybody else have anything else to add?
Other than me,
cheers to everybody in the chat as well. Thank you all for chatting.
No, I agree with. I am a traditionalist, but I like.
Oh, that's
new
right.
stuff.
You too. Sorry, Bear Man.
Oh no, you're all right. No worries, dude. No, I'm a traditionalist. I started with the styles that BJCP. It's craft beer, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a home brewer and you're brewing beer, you don't have to worry unless you're going into a judging panel by BJCP judges and you're trying to get something right. And have fun. Enjoy innovation. Go and try something different. Haze up a Kolsch and put some puree in it and see what happens. Fuck it. I'm just saying, that's just one example, but have fun with your brewing and anything else.
Write that down.
Some kind of, or a stout, a tropical hazy, New England style stout, or porter, or you can go so many ways with this. And I love the innovation, but I love that we had styles that are in BJCP. The BJCP judges, they're not totally knowledgeable. They're knowledgeable. God, don't get me wrong. They're very knowledgeable, but they're
what
not
does that stand for?
There's things that are different from what they actually write down in their BJCP guidelines. There's things that other people beg to differ with, when it comes to a certain style. But I like both worlds though, and I like innovation. I like looking for when I go to a shop, I look for the old school styles. And then I also look for, I go half and half. I look for a Kolsch, I look for a Helles, I look for a regular porter, an American porter, an English porter, a stout, whatever the hell. And I go and I find, and then I go over into the innovation side. And it's like, okay, we got the sours, the pureed sours, we got the brewed IPAs, we got the thises and thatses and whatever. Okay, crazy. And San Diego's nuts with all this shit right now. San Diego's one of the biggest, hypest places right now that's innovative and bringing out a bunch of crap. New England's, Maine, all you guys in the Northeast are hugely innovative. Everywhere's becoming innovative. I myself am becoming innovative as a brewer.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to throw different adjuncts and different flavors and different styles of doing stuff, to make a certain thing come out and hope that it works, but it's really fun to try new stuff. And I don't know, man, I like both sides too. I'm there with BuMpY, Miscellaneous, East Coast, Alex, all you guys, hell yeah. So Okay, I'll shout my stuff out. Thanks, Bumpy, for letting me put my question up. I was trying to think of something. Listen, and I've said this so many times. I've listened to I clean houses and I fucking listen to podcasts all day long. So today was like a question panel, and they just threw out a bunch of questions to a bunch of brewers, and that's why I asked this question. But yeah, so anyway, my show, Beer and Cheese Tuesdays, tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring what you want with beer and cheese. Let's pair it up, see how it goes. And then Wednesday will be, I like your, just not like your style. Styles Gone Wild. We'll go ahead and we'll do that, of course, at 6 o'clock Eastern. But yeah, we'll build a recipe based on an adjective and a beer style. We'll spin that wheel and we'll see how it goes. Kind of fun. And that's about it. I'm not brewing this week because I've got to dry hop my beer. So the beer's coming along real good.
I get what you're spraying.
Rye IPA is coming along real well right now. So it's still bubbling and doing well. But I do have to do a secondary edition of hops. But anyway, Georgia on My Mind's coming out soon. Ooh, you got it. Georgia on My Mind, I'm going to be canning that on Thursday. So I'll be, just let me know what you'd like. Miscellaneous, I got you covered. Thanks for your donation. And also John Anili will get a bunch of
Almost forgot about that.
yeah. I want to send the rye IPA though with that too. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But, other than that, yeah, I'd like to send that out. But Beer Hounds Beer Reviews. Go check out Beer Hounds Beer Reviews. That's the only person I'm going to shout out. But hell yeah, I love that dude. I saw his stuff last night. He's a cool dude, man. He just randomly sent me stuff, you know? That's cool. You know, I like it when people just randomly send me
That's a good, yeah. He's a
I'll
good
send you
dude.
some of my old socks.
Don't do that, Bumpy.
Cheers, Bumpy. Love your show, man.
Bumpy
This is fun.
Lord.
I look forward to this.
What? I do have a question, if I may, before we all go.
Yeah.
BJCP. What does that stand for? I beg your pardon.
Beer Judges Competition something.
Thank you. 3 out of 4.
Like you go on that website, Delphire, and look at any style of beer, and it'll tell you what it's supposed to taste like, what it's supposed to look like within a certain amount of range per style.
They give you the basic, elementary basics.
I teach, yeah.
BJCP.com say it. I would.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I was curious.
Yeah, and they change every year too because they come out with like they'll
New
add,
style.
they'll take away, they'll change.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like any good database, you're open to new data.
It's good to have a database like that. Yep. For sure.
Cheers. Precisimo. Hey,
Yeah.
Sissa.
So now I think we're at the point where I can say thank you to the chat. Oh, what, Alex? Oh, you're pointing. Okay. So thanks to the chat for showing up. Lots of folks showing up tonight. Appreciate that. All the chatters. Thank you. Come again next week, please. Dan, join up next week if you can. That'd be great. And thanks to the panel tonight as well with Beer Man, Last Beer, Alex Beermaster, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews,
Ew.
East Coast LQ Reviews,
Cheers.
and our latest edition, Mrs. Doubtfire. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you all so much.
Thank you
for watching
for letting me
and
join.
participating. So, Alex, you know what
All
to do.
right. This is Alex, the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. Signing out. Cheers, everybody.
This is one order you shouldn't follow, and you fucking know it.